What's going on, everyone? It's Chambers. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a vinyl sound in FL Studio 20. To start off, I'm going to pull a loop from my Prophecy kit, which is available at chambersbeats.com. It features 12 loops with stems included, all composed from the Prophet Rev 2 synthesizer. So let's grab this melody in C# major and 152 BPM. So you may be able to hear it or not, but it already has some vinyl tones to it, but we're just going to add even more. So first, let's mess with the sample. I'm going to open it up, change it to stretch mode because we're going to adjust the BPM. Let's make it slower. And also pitch it down 2 semitones. Cut out the low end that it has. Another part of the vinyl sound is not too much high end, so we're going to cut that out. So the goal is to take a full sound, that full sounding loop that we started with, and degrade it down to a vinyl sound. So by cutting out that high end, it cuts out a lot of the life. Next, let's compress it, 2:1 ratio. The threshold will be about -20 dB. Put the type on vintage and add some more gain. So that's just gluing the whole loop together, decreasing any dynamics. And here's another vinyl lo-fi technique that I learned from Busyworks Beats, so credit goes to him. Go to your sampler, right click the sample, hit edit, right click it, hit format, edit properties, then you can mess around with the sample rate. So right now we're at 4400, so I'm going to adjust it and bring it down to 22,050, hit resample, then hit accept. We can drag that back into the sampler. You may or may not be able to hear a difference, but when you decrease the sample rate, you are lowering the quality of audio, so that's a more vinyl effect to it. Next, I'm going to add a free plugin that I'm sure you've heard of. It's called Isotope Vinyl. So here we have the option to pick a year, and that's pretty much how the audio sounded during that year. So 1930, it's going to sound like a radio effect. As we move up, we gain more frequencies. I like to leave it at 1970, so now let's increase the warp depth. Make it more wobbly, and then we can see the shape of the warp right here and adjust that. So let's change it up. We have a sine wave here, reverse sine wave, then we have this. I like that. Let's add some dust to it. Make sure that your amount is full. Add some wear to it, degrade it even more. And some mechanical noise. Here's what Isotope Vinyl is doing. You hear all the dust and that background noise. That's what that's doing. And then I'm going to add another EQ on top of that, because now we created more high end with the dust. So cut that out. Now it should be even more of a vinyl sound. Then lastly, I'm going to add this plugin called Unstable. This is another free vinyl effect that you can find. So let's mess around with the settings in here. And the last thing I'm going to do is make the whole sound more mono. So go to the knob right here and turn it to the right a little bit. So that's how you get a vinyl analog effect in FL Studio completely free. I'll walk you through it one more time. We started with this EQ, cut out the lows and the highs, compressed it to decrease the dynamic range, added Unstable and Isotope Vinyl for a more vinyl effect, and also added an EQ just to cut out any extra high end or low end. Oh, and lastly, we also added that bit of mono to it. So here's before. And now after. Completely different sound. So thank you all for watching. I hope you learned something today, and I'll see you next time.